Next up is Frankie Mirada, who has long been a voice for the Latino community as president and CEO of the Hispanic Federation. In this election, he has closely been tracking Latino voter engagement, especially that of the Puerto Rican community. Frankie, can you please share your thoughts?
Thank you, Henry. As president and CEO of the Hispanic Federation, I have been asked countless times since the election what happened with the Latino vote. First, I want to say that you cannot ignore the key demographic for the past 4 years, not invest in mobilization or voter turnout in the final months of the campaign, and then turn around and blame the outcome of the election on them. Latinos were disproportionately affected by the pandemic and did not recover economically at the same pace as other groups. Therefore, the top issues for Latinos were all pocketbook issues, and Latinos voted for the candidate that they felt best articulated economic solutions for their families. Any other narrative out there is false. Latino voter participation this year increased noticeably, but this is despite another fact, the historic underinvestment in Latino outreach, especially in nonpartisan efforts. According to this poll, 45% of Latinos were not contacted by any group or campaign. This is a huge missed opportunity given the fact that our community is not a monolith and should not be taken for granted by either political party. Latinos in Pennsylvania and the Puerto Rican vote is a prime example of what is possible when there is investment in mobilization. So much has been said in the media about the Puerto Rican vote and whether the floating island of garbage comment influenced this key voting bloc. On October 27, 9 days before the election, the clip referring to Puerto Rico as a floating island of garbage at the Madison Square Garden Trump rally started to be disseminated across the internet at the same time as the Harris campaign released a comprehensive plan for the continuation of recovery work in Puerto Rico. This comment restarted a conversation that initiated 7 years ago when the Trump administration botched the response to Hurricanes Irma and Maria in Puerto Rico. My reaction, as well as many other Puerto Ricans, was visceral, and many took notice. The question in everyone's mind was, what are Puerto Ricans going to do in Pennsylvania? Not only did people finally start paying attention to Puerto Ricans in Pennsylvania, but resources also started to pour into the mobilization of this key voting bloc. The participation rate of Puerto Ricans and Latinos in Pennsylvania increased noticeably after the Madison Square Garden rally, 9-point shift in Latino voter sentiment in Pennsylvania towards Harris. Puerto Ricans nationally favor Harris by 65%, compared with the Latino vote overall, which was 62%. And in the end, 70% of Latinos voted for VP Harris in Pennsylvania, the highest share of Hispanic voters in all swing states. The effect is undeniable, but it took a fluke very late in the game to get the attention of the campaigns and funders to provide the investment desperately needed to ensure mobilization. I want to make sure everyone here, political pundits, media, and other funders, look how effectively our communities can be mobilized when they're targeted early. Increasing mobilization in our communities will require a long-term investment. We need to make sure there is willingness to invest in our organizations who are skilled in culturally responsive outreach and can have a meaningful interaction with voters beyond Election Day. Thank you.
Thank you. Excellent points.